versus pack maximum force is released. And I'm gonna help you prepare against maximum decks. You don't have to main deck the tech cards in this video, cause we don't know if they have high usage or not. But max decks do cheese games from time to time. So I'ma help you to cheese them back or something like that. But first we need to review of why max can be terrifying. First off, max protection is varied from other maximums. Try to read their continuous effect just to be safe. Some max have a stun effect like Supreme Beast. Again, try reading continuous effects to be safe. They cannot be placed in defense position. Being level 10 gives them immunity in some of the cards, due to those cards specifically only work against level 8 or lower. So make sure to read your own cards first before using it against a max. Their stat goes 3500 to 4000. Some even have continuous boost. Now let's start with tech cards. Seal Array, easily techable on any deck, the cost is not that hard to resolve. Reduce their attack to 2000. Can be used also against fusion decks. I recommend this as the best way to defeat a max. Shock Dragon can reduce their max to at least by 1600. Needs extra push like a 2500 beater to help get over it. If you are running dragons, you can toolbox Shock Dragon easier. Caligu Leon, hard to raise to over 4000 but it is pretty generic. Recommended on mill heavy decks. Torrential only works on the newer maximum like Full Steam, Kraken, and Poseidra. They don't get their immunity till they use their effects, so you can easily just activate it on their summon. Destruction spells, it can affect some of the maxes. Old maxes don't have this protection against it. Destruction monster effects has same case with destruction spells. Judgment of the Rising Light, this card is tricky to use cause of the condition, and it only bounces to hand, thus they can resummon it on their turn. Still, it is a removal. This card doesn't directly defeat the max, but prevents them from making it. They can be bad if the max is already on the board. Still, these are good options. Inferno Statue, if you can manage to stick this card for a long time, max player would struggle. Vanity's Fiend, same case with Inferno Statue. Vanity's Fiend can be toolbox with Royal Rebel's Echo in a Fiend deck if you want to increase chance of stunning them. Traditional attacks, max decks usually have high draw power, resolving trad attacks on mid-combo can ruin their plays. But those are just attacks, there are deck types that has access to big stat, they would be nice to bring so you have natural out against them. Dragon Tribe, this deck has access to FGD. This guy is just too big and easy to make. Just a generally good deck. Seven's Road, despite maxes have trap immunity to discourage Dark Rev, they have the Road Arms equipments. There is also the Fusion route, Master of Seven's Road only need 4 Dark Caster to get over a max. Baseball, player 99 can increase its attack to be 4000, enough to crash with a max. Which sounds bad, but you get a revive, to actually potentially even do a direct attack after beating a max. If you are running Feverous Spirit Stadium, you don't have to crash player 99. Warrior, it kinda hard to set up but if you manage to make your warrior boss with Ruler's Currents boost, you could outstat a max. Plus, a warrior like Supreme Soldier Spear has trap destruction protection for safer battle phase. And finally the final deck option you could choose to combat their big-ass boss monster, and that is using a big-ass boss monster your own. Maximum can beat other maximum. Fusion are a bit tricky, but there are boss option that can get over a max. A fusion deck I would recommend is Psychic. Candy Live can reduce them by 3000 attack. There are other stuff I want to include like Steel Mech Mirror Innovator. But the requirement is way too hard to get enough boost. You can combine options as well, to give higher success rate of beating a max, like having Seal Array and a 4000 attack monster. Another thing to worry is them potential back row, you should be running anti-back row in your side deck anyways. Maximum can sometimes have a hard time to do lethal damage, so despite when you feel you are losing, never surrender, decking them out is an option. Unless your opponent uses Supreme Machine Magnum Overlord, cause that asshole will one-shot you, can't give advice on how to play around that, besides having Magic Cylinder on your side deck. Another advanced tactic is not attacking their final monster if you can't lethal, that way they can't easily recover a max piece with Heavenly Invitation. Well that's all for today, now scram.